This Veterans Day will remember and honor the sacrifice of our country's military, most of whom have come home and finished the fight. But tonight, one disabled Iraq War veteran continues to fight his own country just to have his family by his side. Border correspondent Oscar Margain has more now from Edinburgh.
When you sit here for hours and hours in the same place, listening to a fan and maybe a clock, that's it. You're on the verge of insanity.
Retired Army Sergeant Robert Grant's staff is still fighting for freedom.
I just have to keep waiting. That's what I've gotten used to doing.
Freedom from his physical and emotional pain.
That's the hardest part of all. Sitting in a dark apartment just with my thoughts.
The 34-year-old Florida native is confined to his home, the single-story apartment on the Texas-Mexico border, consumed by thoughts about his wife and children who are across the border in Monterrey, Mexico.
Mwah, my favorite beautiful, gorgeous girls.
It's the distance from his family.
I miss y'all super bunches. I love y'all.
That's at the root of his suffering. Robert's Mexican wife, Daniela, is serving a 5-year ban from entering the U.S.
She told me that I was a liar and that I was lying to a federal officer.
After a border customs agent determined she was living in Texas while on a tourist visa. Daniela denies this and claims she would cross the border to get her car serviced. 2 months later, the couple was engaged and met at the international bridge to get married. Because of Robert's disability, Daniela began to care for his children in Mexico while he fought the government to appeal the ban and petition his wife to become a U.S. resident.
Oh, she's very important to them and very important to this family.
The decision has been made on the request for a waiver for your wife.
After 2.5 years of uncertainty,
It has been granted.
they successfully appealed the ban in October. However,
All grayed out.
which means
There's no appointments in Ciudad Juarez.
there's no appointments available at their designated consulate to continue the petition process. Robert often writes to his senators and congressmen in frustration as he runs out of patience waiting for a resolution.
Listen, just listen. That's all I want.
Because if somebody listened, you have faith that something would be done now.
Yes, I would.
The Iraq War veteran takes 40 pills a day to cope with physical injuries he suffered after multiple blasts while in combat. The constant trips to the doctor keep him from being able to visit Mexico as often as he would like.
Love you.
Okay, buddy, I love you too.
For now, long-distance chat will have to do.
It's like people over here take just their families and their freedoms, their lives for granted.
As the war veteran continues his struggle for happiness,
You know, my body may be here,
torn between two countries.
but my heart's not.
In Edinburgh, on the Texas-Mexico border, I'm Oscar Margain reporting.